Hi there, my name is William Earnhardt. I'm a Bible worker in the Florida area, and I would like to share with you another quick Easter season devotional. Years ago, I was working with a grief share program, workshop, that was helping people who were dealing with the loss of a loved one. And one particular night in our grief share workshop, the situation was brought up of where somebody hurts a loved one, and then that loved one unexpectedly dies, and now the loved one is now left behind with remorse and added grief because they were never able to ask for that person's forgiveness and get that person's forgiveness before they died. And as we were discussing that particular night, it dawned on me the significance and the importance of Jesus crying out these words from the cross. In Luke 23, verse 14, Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing." And I realized that it was very important that Jesus died with a forgiving heart. If he had not died with a forgiving heart, if he had died having resentment or harboring a grudge, that would have been to his own peril. And he could not have died with the attitude or the Spirit of God while having an unforgiving heart. And so, while it was very important for us that Jesus cried out, "Forgive them," it was also very significant for him that he die with a forgiving heart instead of dying holding a grudge. And that spirit of forgiveness is something that we should have as well. As a matter of fact, in Ephesians chapter 4, beginning with verse 31, it says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior." Verse 32, "Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God, through Christ, forgave you." Friends, I realized that night in that grief share workshop the importance of us all having a forgiving spirit towards one another. That way, if we hurt somebody or somebody hurts us, and then we die unexpectedly, they don't have to carry that added remorse and grief, knowing that we died before they were able to ask our forgiveness. It's important that if anybody hurts us, and then we die unexpectedly, that person would just know that we had a forgiving spirit and would just know that they were automatically forgiven without even having to ask. In Mark chapter 16, verse 7, again, we see this forgiving attitude of God and of Jesus when the angels are appearing to the women, telling them that Jesus has been resurrected. In verse 7, they say something very significant in Mark 16, verse 7. "Now go and tell his disciples, including Peter, that Jesus is going ahead of you into Galilee. You will see him there, just as he told you before he died." Peter had denied Jesus. And of course, Jesus died before Peter could beg his forgiveness. But yet, when Jesus rose again, that attitude of forgiveness was already there. Jesus had cried out from the cross, "Father, forgive them." That included Peter. So, when Jesus is resurrected, Peter is automatically forgiven. Friends, it's important that we have that forgiving spirit that Jesus had. That way, again, if we unexpectedly die and somebody has hurt us, they weren't able to ask our forgiveness, they'll know that they were just automatically forgiven because we just had a very forgiving spirit. By the way, Forgiveness is not saying that what happened is okay. Forgiveness is saying that I realize Jesus suffered on the cross for your sins. Jesus suffered on the cross for what you did to me, just as much as he suffered on the cross for my sins. And it's because of that that we can have a forgiving spirit. So that again, if somebody has hurt us and we die unexpectedly, they don't have to worry. They'll know they were automatically forgiven, just as Peter was automatically forgiven. Those words of Christ from the cross embrace the world. Father, forgive them. Those words embrace you and me. Let's continue that forgiving spirit of Christ. God bless you as you continue studying his word. Again, I'd love to hear from you anytime. You can always reach me by commenting below, or you can reach me at Racer3. You spell out the 3. That's RACERTHREE @gmail.com. God bless you as you continue studying his word.